Hey guys, Minibike Games here, and welcome to the Secret of the Mimic PS5 gameplay trailer that was actually shown off at the State of Play today. I watched it live, of course, but this is a little bit after that. I know I've already seen it, too bad. But, I'm here to analyze it and watch it again with you guys, and give my thoughts, especially since I just came out with a video, and I did say that I would come out with another video whenever this trailer did drop. First thing I want to say real quick, there's not going to be much editing done to this video because I want to try and get it out quick. That way you guys can get this video sooner and I can get my thoughts out. And then I'll probably make an establishing video about my updated thoughts with more evidence, hopefully with a little better editing too than last time. And then after that, I actually do have a theory that I want to get out there about Helpy. And actually, as we'll see from the trailer, there might be some more connections that we can draw from this trailer. I also did come up with a bingo card sheet for this, which I'll try to edit into the video to show you guys. And actually, I got 3 bingos in this thing. I actually got a lot of good guesses in there. Not everything, of course, that would be very shocking. But a lot of things that I wanted to see in this trailer did actually make it in. And I'm really excited to analyze it with you guys. So I'm going to hit play and we can watch it through one time. And then I'm going to start breaking it down a lot more. So let's see it.
So let me explain the situation. One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing, leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse. Your job is simple. Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for us. It's a kind of prototype endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume and become any character. We suspect it may be malfunctioning, so just be aware of the slim but non-zero chance that you could sustain significant injuries while attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to death or dismemberment. We fully expect the retrieval process to go smoothly and without incident, but just in case, we suggest you get your affairs in order before arriving.
Back to work.
Responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
Alright, oh, hold up. Okay. So, that was the trailer. A little over a minute in length. And a lot to break down here. Of course, starting with the Mimic Eye. Now, before we jump into it real quick, elephant in the room, the release date. Well, besides... Sorry, something caught my eye. Besides the other elephant... Oh boy, can I find this? Okay, besides the other elephant in the room, and we'll actually get to this shot in a little bit. But the first thing, of course, is the release date. Not April 6th, as some people were led to believe by the Help Wanted 2 update, but instead June 13th, 2025. And I will be there. I don't know if I'll stream it or record it. I usually just play it with my friends and we figure out stuff together. We'll see. Actually... It's also right around the end of school and stuff, so hopefully there won't be any issues with me being able to play this day one and getting to try it out. No promises. If I am streaming or anything, I'll of course let you guys know, but I'm super excited. This is not that far away, and yeah, this is going to be a big release. So the first thing is an establishing shot. Can I click this away? No, I cannot. Okay, is an establishing shot outside the establishment. This is actually something that I guessed from the bingo sheet, was that we were going to see we were going to see a scene outside of the factory, and also that the trailer was going to start with some sort of like cinematic or pre-rendered cutscene. This certainly does look like some sort of a cinematic that we'll be seeing at the start of the game. Of course, this looks old. Now we can see the van right here with the Fazbear logo on the side. Oh boy, I wish I could click this away. I can't. This bar so I could see, but yeah, it's the logo. It also appears to be the same van, which we'll see more of it later. Yeah, from the update. I'll have to check and I'll compare the two a little bit in my own time, but it's a similar color at least. And while that one didn't have the logo on the side, since that was a build-up to Secret of the Mimic, I would be surprised if it wasn't the same van, right? And they just maybe scrubbed this off. Maybe that was a flash forward. Like I said, I'm going to have a video with all my thoughts on everything. Since we have a lot more of a vision for the project, I think I'm going to be able to, like, directly have a lot more conclusions and, like, hard stances on how this game is going. There's also pothole right here, whatever. Not much to say about it, but yeah, we're driving up whoever we are. Not Edwin Murray. And it's not somebody working at the factory either. It appears to be kind of a mix of the two, like I said. Like somebody breaking, not like I said. Kind of a mix of the two ideas that I already brought up, which was somebody breaking in and somebody working for Fazbear Entertainment. Trying to retrieve the Mimic, just like the epilogues. Not the epilogues, gosh. The Mimic short story at the end, where two teams failed to retrieve the Mimic. So maybe we start with a team. I mean, it is a van. Mixes could be in the back here. I don't know. More equipment could be in the back. But it could also be like a team going in here and they all die at the start. Maybe. I'm not sure about that. And then keep looking at this entrance, probably to the factory, which is interesting. It has like some outside design, some stars. I don't know if that really means anything. I assume we're going to start the game outside then. Probably. And I also don't know how this relates to the toy store, actually, from the, what's it called? The Help Wanted 2 update. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that's all going to fit in. Right up here, B, I don't know if I'm going to be able to edit this in, but there was a B poster, from PAX West. This is the same B. There was a clown dog, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if these are the same. They don't look like it. I'm going to be honest, I don't really remember the dog mascots that much, so I can't speak for much on these. This feels like a Steel Wool reference, of course. I'll play it for
Warehouse.
Oh, I guess I should talk about this too. Here, let me play it.
One of our contractors,
Edwin Murray, right.
has gone
So,
missing, leaving our property abandoned
hopefully the
in his
audio is good here
warehouse.
so you guys can hear me. But this follows directly from the Mimic short story, where David dies, Edwin beats up the Mimic, Edwin goes missing, just like a hand unit or whoever this is says. So, yeah, we're an extraction team trying to get the Mimic, just like in the epilogues. And I actually have reason to believe that we're extraction team number 3, which just makes sense in general, too, since we already know the tales of those first 2 teams. But there's a bit more evidence for it later, too. Let me back up a second here. Can I get, like, a less dark shot right over here?
Your
Okay.
job is simple.
And I messed it up. Fantastic. Okay. This is good enough. Okay. There's some sort of gesture, like, very basic cutout over here. It doesn't even look like it has that much color. Or it's just washed out by the orange lighting. Some sort of present here. Not much else to say. It definitely goes farther. There's some mascot here. Maybe I'll zoom in later and see, but I can't tell what that is from right there. Maybe some sort of dog. It looks like it has a muzzle. So that's it for this area, I think. This might be like near the entrance. Random guess, I don't know, because we were just outside, so who knows? We'll see. And there might be a vent here too. Anyway.
Your job is simple.
This is from the demo. Oh boy.
Enter the warehouse.
Whatever. I don't know if I'm gonna get a good pause on this. Oh boy.
Job is simple.
Okay, perfect. There was generator puzzles in the demo. You got to pull on the handle a couple of times until this goes into the blue, and it activates something. So this part actually wasn't in the demo specifically, but this puzzle definitely was a couple of times. So not much to say about it except for that it was from the demo, of course, and then it opens this door, it seems.
Enter the warehouse.
Pizza box down here, probably Fredbear's actually, and then some sticky notes or pieces of paper, and then this was also
Retrieve the technology.
yeah. Okay, 12 o'clock. Anyway, this is a mushroom guy from later in the trailer. I'm jumping around a lot. It looks like some sort of security area right here. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. MCM logo over here. It's just like the bow tie. It could also just be a bow tie display, but the MCM logo from the Help Wanted 2 update looks a lot like this. So I'm not too shocked about that. We also see a machine similar to this later. Like some sort of not camera station, but like some sort of station to control things around the factory. And yeah, these posters were from the PAX West booth as well.
Technology that he was developing for us.
Mascot
It's a kind of
costumes, right.
prototype endoskeleton.
This one is different. If this is supposed to be the hippo from the End of Ruin, I'm actually going to probably play through that again real quick. Not right now, but skip through it. Because it definitely didn't have these eyes before. But it did have the party hat. I remember that. And it definitely had this aesthetic going on. I'm going to have to check, but this is not how it looked before.
Can adapt to any costume
I don't know if
and
it's the
become
same
any
design,
character.
but
We suspect it may be
we'll see, I guess.
malfunctioning,
I don't
so
know.
just be
Tiger Rock. Not much to say about it. A couple of times we flashed to this like dark area. I don't know if this is gonna be a part of the trail or part of the actual game. I kind of hope so. It kind of looks kind of cool. It's a very dark area though, and Tiger Rock, of course, has a lot of significance to the Mimic story and David's story.
aware of the slim but non-zero chance that you could sustain significant injuries while
Okay. So this is Jackie. This is actually, I'm like almost 100% certain from the demo. I do remember at some point in the demo there was a box of rats, and I remember, or these wind-up toys, and the person, I tried to grab for one, and the person told me that they would be used later. And of course, later in the trailer, can I find it real quick? Oh, it was right before this. Yeah, we do use it as some sort of like distraction or throwable item. But right here, I don't know if it'll be accessible. There's one up there. This might actually be like its introduction.
sustain significant injury.
We'll see. And then there's Jackie, of course, going down. This feels like the start of the second level, the chasing area from the demo. Because I do definitely remember that she was behind bars. And this similar animation did play. I just can't say for sure, but this entire environment looks very familiar to me. With the boards and everything. So I'm actually pretty confident in saying that this is from the demo, and as a result, it's like the precursor to the Jackie chase.
While attempting to retrieve it.
This is actually environment. I have the brightness on my monitors turned up so I can see this area better. I can't see anything behind him, but this is almost certainly also a place from the demo. There was windows on one side. Actually, it was flipped in the demo. You came from where the elephant was from and then walked towards our POV into the manager's office behind us. There was Fredbear things on this side, or posters, and then windows on this side to more of the factory. So, to me, if this is in-game, which I am so far assuming is true, then this means that we're going backwards, or we're like backtracking at some point. So, which makes a lot of sense to me. I think I'm going to put that in the video for sure. Edwin's factory is not ginormous. So unless they're like slightly rewriting history, and I actually do think that Tales Games is, for the most part, canon now. I do think small changes are bound to happen. Like, this was not how Edwin's factory was described. I'm hoping it's... I would rather it be like a huge sprawling area, but I'm hoping for lore's sake that it's smaller than it seems, because I believe Edwin's factory is like 3 stories high, something like that. And this feels like massive, so I'm hoping that they do keep it to 3 stories, and that it doesn't stray too far away from its description in the books. But there's already so much here. I don't know if that's recoverable. I mean, just like Mailbot and all the generators and like what we'll see later with the terminals, it's definitely different from the epilogue.
Including, but not limited
And
to.
of course, Mimics in there. Very spooky. I can't wait to see the gameplay for this and how... I do want to also make a video on the gameplay. I guess, sorry, I should also say that. And how I think it should go. Because there's so much potential for the Mimic and gameplay and horror, jump scares, all that. So I'm really excited to see what they do with that.
After dismemberment, we fully expect.
This is also from the demo. You rise up in like an elevator part, and then Jackie comes from down here and then starts chasing you, I think, right here. Or at least like very soon after this. This is very close, or literally where the chase
The
starts.
retrieval process to
Pretty
go
sure this is where the
smoothly
chase
and
starts. Jackie comes out here. Then I believe she looks around, yeah. And then right after this, she looks up at you. Chase starts, you start running to the right here. And that's where the chase begins. Yeah.
incident.
That's
But
my
just in case.
insight. Mushroom.
We suggest you
And
get
something
your affairs
very
in order
interesting
before
here. I gotta
arriving.
edit this one in. Here, can I get? There you go. This is almost certainly the Mimic. Like, almost no doubt. This isn't an animatronic, right? This is a mascot costume. At least it very much so looks like it. It doesn't look like any other animatronic. And there's an animatronic later. I won't scroll to it now. That does not look like this. This is a very mascot design build. Especially with like the stitching and stuff. So this is the Mimic. And its eyes are very different. It does get or is noted that it has a new head in the epilogues in Tales from the Pizzaplex. So maybe that's the new head is the one from Ruin. And also, Jackie doesn't have these eyes. So I don't know. But something that I have to edit in here is Steelwool, when they posted this, also released new artwork of Jackie for the game, and she does have these eyes. I don't know what to believe about that yet. Whether or not this is the Mimic, I don't know. But at some point, Jackie is going to be the Mimic. Whether or not that's right now. Because the eyes... Can we see the eyes? Can we see the eyes? They're different. Trust me. Can we see it in the earlier shot, maybe?
Non-zero chance that you got.
Yes. See, they're a lot more like the Ruin eyes that I showed in my other video. They're just like circles with a hollow inside. These eyes are like circular, and maybe they form like. Even then, the hollow black's interior is not. The ratio just isn't there. So, I don't know. I don't know about Jackie, but I think at some point Jackie is going to be the Mimic. Just whether she's the Mimic during this chase is a little questionable for me right now. Because of this. Okay. Right here. This is the costume that it's seen wearing earlier. First aid box over here. Interesting. Some sort of huge puzzle thing, which is shown like right here. I don't know if they're one and the same. I think so. So clearly at some point, this is after the Mimic's worn the costume. It's lost its arm. Maybe it's not after, but my guess is this is after the Mimic's already worn it. So, yeah, let's keep going. Right here. Now we're down here. I think that this shot... Oh, boy. This shot up here is after we've completed it. This looks like some sort of like hexagonal thing where you have to like make a path out of these like blocks. They're not blocks, they're like pipes. That's my guess for the gameplay. But this is definitely before because it's unsolved, and I assume these will like flip and show us. Yeah, this is power on. So yeah, I assume we have to connect these two, input, output, or vice versa, and connect them with pipes. So going back a second. Some people, I might not be able to edit to zoom this in time, but there's a hand here that is not this one. This one's the right hand. It's its left hand. Okay, its left hand is on the ground. So this is like either somebody in the suit, which is unlikely because the Mimic is already wearing it, or it's somebody behind the suit, like a corpse, like a human being in there. Maybe it's not a corpse. Maybe the person's alive, but like weird. Maybe somebody from one of the first two extraction teams from the epilogues for sure. So yep, this was definitely in the demo. This was the mailbot that I discussed before. This was not in the demo. I can almost guarantee if somebody else says differently and they played the demo more than me, that's fine. I would have remembered if there was a security breach aesthetic box in the office there. No, instead there's just like a desk over here, then the whole Jackie thing plays. So there's going to be some sort of collectible in here at some point in the game. Interesting. And this is, you can see it's massive just from this shot alone. That might not be like the actual environment loaded in, but still it looks huge. This is the crank. I don't think this is the same crank from the demo because you do use a crank just like this in the demo. but it's where was I going with that? I don't know. Point is, guess there's more uses for the crank than just what was in the demo, which I'm kind of surprised about, honestly. Oh, so go back right here. This is almost certainly the Mimic wearing the costume that we saw it wearing earlier. Actually, hold up. This might be the lion costume from Ruin. Sorry, this is my first time like actually analyzing this. This looks like the hat of the mascot costume from Ruin, with like the eye there, down there. This is like the paws from. I'm gonna have to compare that. I don't know if it wears shoes in Ruin, but at the very least, this looks like it might be the lion costume from Ruin, which is kind of interesting that the Mimic wears to chase Cassie. Okay. And then I don't know what this is over here, but then this is the bee again on the swing from one of the posters. It's snowing, which immediately disproves my theory that Fall Fest will be visiting, because it's not during the fall, probably, at least. And it also means that it's likely that this game actually probably does take place in 1979. So that's probably what my new video will be changing. I'll probably be reverting my opinion on that, because Fall Fest was a big part of that and why I thought the game took place in 1983. But it's also interesting that we're on the roof. We don't usually go outside that often in FNAF games. Tiger Rock. Glowing eyes, too. Interesting. This, I'm so happy about this. In my, once again, Jesus, it's been a while. Going back to the bingo sheet. I actually, while I was making this yesterday, because I made this yesterday, of course, one of the last ones I put on there was the Faz Wrench or older design spot, because I was like, I'm out of ideas, but I'm like, ooh, I remember there was a like two-pronged thing that you could not interact with from the demo, so maybe there will be some sort of like early version of the Faz Wrench, and here we go. I don't think these symbols really mean anything in terms of like lore or gameplay, but maybe. And it's called a data diver because we insert it and then here we go. I don't know if that like is his actual name, if it's like proto Faz Wrench, I don't know, but we'll see. And then of course, even more interesting, oh boy, well, we're not to you yet. Helpy, or in this case Helper, is here. I don't know what that, actually this was on my bingo sheet too, so I did kind of predict this, but like I guess this is gonna show how the Mimic and Helpy intersect even more so, and this does kind of connect to a theory video that I've been cooking a little bit about Helpy and his connection to the Mimic. So I guess this might explain why it takes on the form of the Mimic, or takes on the Mimic takes on the form of Helpy throughout Ruin and Help Wanted 2, interestingly. And there's also a welcome show, so this might be near the start of the game. It could also be later. It doesn't necessarily, just because it's a welcome show doesn't mean it has to be at the start, but interesting. Could definitely be something at the start of the game. And then also this might be some sort of like post-game content thing where you unlock executive access and get to like go back through the game. That's complete speculation, no evidence really for that. Or we upgrade our Faz Wrench with executive access. I think that would be cool, but this also could just be like world building stuff. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that one. Okay, very interesting. Actually, something pointed out to me when oh boy, I can't get like the really close-up shot. Oh, I just missed it. No, dude. Okay, whatever. That's close enough. This looks like an animatronic. Notice the separated limbs and stuff. I don't think this is the Mimic. Maybe. There is a chance it's wearing like the shell of an animatronic. But I actually heard this from somebody else on Twitter. If I can find it, I might put a picture. Somebody said that they think that this might be Carnival Nurse, which speaks in the Help Wanted 2 minigames where you repair Helpy. I actually think that that's pretty likely. I mean, nurse symbol, nurse hat, everything kind of lines up there. It's got a very similar design to Jackie 2, the split down the face, kind of like a Fun Time, but not quite. And then the name Dolly. So I actually think that this is pretty much like, I wouldn't say confirmed, but very likely that this is who Carnival Nurse is supposed to be. And some other stuff in the background here. I can actually back up a little here. Okay, so we get more of a look. I don't know who this is. I don't know who most of these are. Just random mascot characters, I guess. This was another poster from the demo, or the PAX West booth. And that's about all. This definitely is more of a cinematic than anything length, right? And then right here, there's a couple of interesting things here. Of course, the wind-up doll, first and foremost. Some sort of pig over here. Looking very mischievous. Maybe, actually, I just thought of this. No. Wait. There's the VIP book where there's a pig mascot. This could be in reference to that. But that pig's also like a greedy businessman sort of look to him. So, I don't know about that one. And then throws it. So, of course, it seems like a distraction we're going to throw down. He's going to go to it, be like, and then walk off somewhere. Going back to this. Okay. This might actually be the room that we saw at the closer to the start. Gosh, now I got it. Right here. Like, there's a window over here. There's a, like, scanner thing or, like, a symbol over here. Something over there, mascot costume. So windows on both sides. So let's see. And generator to the right. That's what made me think of it, was the generator. Yep. So this is the same room from earlier. So the mimic's already active. I mean, if there's distractions at this point in the game. So this is not where we're going to be starting. This is definitely later in the game. Ooh, can I see? Oh, I wish I could hide the bar. I might have to see if that says Fredbear's later. If it does, then that's the Fredbear pizza box. Oh, I'm skipping ahead a little. Okay. And the final thing is there's some sort of like green alligator. Monty? Maybe. I will have to zoom in a little bit, enhance the image, and see what I think. But honestly, I do think this is probably going to be like an explanation for why Monty is in Security Breach and replaces Bonnie. This is from the chase as well. This is actually, I had a chat with one of my friends who was at the demo with me, and they played through this section, and they vividly remember actually this exact section where I was like, isn't this from the chase or something? They're like, oh yeah, totally, because this starts shaking and it starts collapsing just as you make it to the end. And my friend actually in the demo got stuck on like one of the raising parts and died and fell. Like once or twice, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, this part had some funky collision with things. I made it through this no problem, but I assume getting closer to the edge, maybe as some of the edges lift, maybe, see as they shake around, maybe you could get caught a little bit. Hopefully they fix that. That's such a weird nitpick. But then I assume it falls and then starts chasing you through there. But yeah, interesting stuff. And the final thing, where is this? This looks like almost like a swimming. It's giving me swimming pool vibes. There's like no. Is this the sky? It seems very cloudy if it is. Oh yeah, unless that's glass. That looks like that's probably glass actually. Yeah, maybe it's snow. Hold on. It looks like snow. I'm gonna say these particles are snow. So this guy's from the roof on like a right. It's glass. Yes. Yeah. So there's like a glass skylight thing. He breaks through from the roof, which is crazy. I guess he'll probably be a threat. Skipping through during the roof section, maybe. And then like we go back inside, phew, and then bang, and then a chase begins. And then we get his jump scare. Actually, before we get into move to the jump scare, he gives me big DJ Music Man vibes. I don't think this is the mimic. I think this might be an explanation for DJ Music Man. Like the teeth, very similar, the eyes especially. Big DJ Music Man vibes. And like the spider-esque design. It's huge too. Like, unless the perspective's messed up, for me, he seems way bigger than the Mimic or even Jackie could be. So he falls through, get jump scared.
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person.
So, I don't know if I can get this. Dude, pausing
For damage.
playing this is tough for me, clearly. Can I space? Oh, I can. I've been using the mouse this whole time. Hold up, let me try this. We're going frame by frame. Ah, I can't get it. Okay, basically, I'm really gonna try to edit in. There's a picture of Tiger Rock. Oh, I'm too far. Right, it's when it's flashing through the different stuff. Right here. There's a picture of Tiger Rock with like a human hand next to him, or arm, going into like darkness. To me, it looks more adult than like David, so I'm gonna throw out a guess and say it's supposed to be like Edwin. Or it's just another dead body, like we saw with the elephant earlier.
But it's not limited.
Oh, shoot. Here, let me try one more time. That was a terrible attempt. Is there any way to, like, skip frame by frame? Like, I can, like, see it. Whoa. I feel like this isn't supposed to be in here. This is, like, outside, and the area looks unloaded. Or something weird. What is this frame? Weird. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to edit that in for you guys. And, yeah, 6/13/25. I'm super excited. And I can't wait for this to come out. So I'm going to try to make a theory video on this, but don't expect it super soon because I actually have another project related to Secret of the Mimic that I'm currently working on, which is, I actually announced this on Twitter and Blue Sky real quick. I said that if Secret of the Mimic is shown at not PAX West, at the State of Play, I was going to make, what's it called? I was going to make a Secret of the Mimic fan game in 1 week. So I've given myself a deadline of 1 week, and I'm spending that time right now recording a video. So, interesting choice. But I did want to get this out to you guys for this analysis and to tell you guys how my thoughts have kind of changed after this. So yeah, I'm really pumped for this game, and I can't wait to play it when it comes out. But until then, you have my game to look forward to, which, since it's made in a week, don't expect a crazy amount. I'm not going to tease too much about it, but I am coming up with some original OCs for it, actually, to kind of replace some of the mascot costumes, because I'm not remaking these nearly as well. If I do, I might remake a couple, but most of them I'm going to try to make my own OCs. Maybe I'll add like Tiger Rock or something, but no promises. I'm going to try my best to speedrun game development. So yeah, wish me luck on that, and I'll see you guys soon for whenever that theory video is. This is going to be Mini Bike Games heading out. See you guys next time.